Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for everyone checking up on me on a daily. I really appreciate it. It means more to me than you could ever imagine. So I've actually wanted to answer a question that so many people ask me and explain to you the reason why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. So many people have inboxed me and said, why do you think you need to lose weight? Stop saying you're fat. Stop doing this. Stop. And then in the same messages, they tell me I'm beautiful and I'm perfect like I am and whatever. But whatever I decide to do must be for a reason for myself. Now, that's one thing that's always been a purpose for me is whenever I want to lose weight or do something positive, I always emphasize that I'm doing it for me. So I just want to say, whatever I have ever done, like weight loss wise, it was for me. But to come back to the question where everyone asks me is, who said you were fat? Why do you want to lose weight? This and that and that. So when I was younger, I was physically, verbally, emotionally, mentally bullied through different kinds of people, from children to teachers to family, mind you. And even though people say move on, the past is in the past, the words that those people have said to me is literally in the back of my mind, playing on repeat constantly. So whenever I see myself, I see those words. I don't see the positive words, if I can say it like that. So, for instance, during primary school, I was bullied by a group of boys where they literally pushed me down, threw me to each other like I'm a ball, tripped me downstairs, verbally abusing me, saying things like the hippo called they want their clothes back, or the famous one, the whales called they want their clothes back, shit like that. And they would like just every day walking past me at school, there would always be a thing coming from them, if you know what I mean. And I'm a very sensitive person, so of course I cried, and I was always an extrovert. I always spoke to everyone. When there were weddings or parties or whatever, when I was younger, I would be on the dance floor dancing my butt off. But then everything changed. I used to dance and I loved the stage. And then after I had to stop because reasons and everything. And then from there, I literally changed completely. I turned to be a shy person, which I'm actually not. I barely speak to people. When we are in group settings and there's new people, I literally never talk to them because I kind of just check them out, get their vibe, see how they talk about people, see how they just talk overall, what they talk about and whatever, before I decide, okay, you know what, maybe I can be friends with this person or whatever. So anyways, so that's one of the reasons why I see myself the way I do. This didn't even stop in high school. There was one person, I'm not going to name names, but in high school we were in a physics class and the teacher explained something, and I can't remember what she explained. I literally just remember the comment. So the teacher used me and two other kids in the class as an example to explain this, whatever it was, of the three of us walking on the stoop, and everything like that. And this one boy or guy in the class said, if Joannique's with them, there won't be space for someone else. And that broke me. Mind you, this is a steroids maniki, and I say that because he is buff. Yes, he has gains and whatever, but he also, I know he uses, or still used, whatever, uses, whatever, steroids. So he was a very buff person. He was popular. And he said that, and that literally broke me, because that was in matric, and just 2 years before that I started my weight loss journey. And then matric, I think I hit the goal weight of losing 30 k's. I can't even remember, was it 30 or 40? And after that comment, I was like, what the fuck? I lost so much weight, I changed for myself, and yet people say comments like that. And luckily the teacher did stand up for me and say that's so rude and whatever. But I mean, at the end of the day, people thought it was fucking funny, and I didn't like that at all. But anyway, so that's part of the childhood trauma that I went through. I'm not going to go into full detail about everything that happened. The other part is my father's mother. So this lady, I'm going to call her Cruella de Vil, because that's what my mom and I named her. If we talk about her, we call her that because she's evil. So I'm not going to say it's my grandma, because it's not. So Cruella de Vil lives overseas. Since I was a young age, she's been overseas and whatever. So every year or 2 years, she usually came up to South Africa or down, whatever, to SA to come and visit. And then this was in 2010. Now, my mom's mother, my granny, passed away that January, literally the day the school started. And she was like my life. It was always my mom, my granny, and me. And we were like the three musketeers, always doing everything together, the three girls, and you know. So when she passed away, I really took it hard. But anyways, that's not the point. So that December for Christmas, Cruella de Vil was supposed to come down from England. And she said the day she's here, she's going to come pick me up, and we're going to go... I'm going to go visit her at her aunt's, well, my aunt's house, her sister's house, and everything. The day she was supposed to pick me up, she had so many excuses to why she cannot pick me up. And of course, I was 12 years old, and I was like, Mom, what the hell? You said you're going to come pick me up. Come pick me up. Don't make promises if you can't keep them. So I was very pushy kind of on it to see her and to go visit, because I mean, I haven't seen her in what, a year or a year and a half, 2 years. I missed her. Eventually that evening, her sister brought her through to come pick me up, and I can't remember if it's the same night or the night after. We went to my aunt's, her sister's friend's house. So I've never met these people in my life. And Cruella also didn't meet them. She doesn't know them. So anyways, we went there, and this bitch, and yes, that's what I'm calling her, a bitch, had the audacity to tell people who I've never met before, who've never met me, that I am sorry my granddaughter is so fat. I'm trying to feed her fruits and vegetables and exercise, make her exercise. And that's a quote that I'm saying. Those were the most harsh words that anyone could have ever told me. I mean, even though the children in school called me a whale or whatever, the words that came out of her mouth the night we were at other people's house eating dinner, and we don't know them, and she's telling this to people we've never met, broke me. And I remember calling my mom, because my mom would have come through on the weekend on Christmas Day. And I told her this, and she's like, no, she's going to come pick me up now. And I was like, no, please don't. It's fine, because my cousins were coming. My uncle was supposed to be there. Emphasis on was supposed to. So I was really excited to see the other family, who I haven't seen in forever. Anyway, so then Christmas morning came, and I made a beautiful bracelet for her, because I used to do beading and I loved it. So I made a beautiful bracelet for her. My mom also had one, or has one. And the cow, literally, look at it. not a thank you, nothing, and threw it on the bed. Like, okay. So when she left the room, I took back the present that I gave her because fuck you, bitch. I took it and I decided, you know what, I'll give this to someone else who actually deserves it and who will actually be grateful for something that I give them. Even if it's a rock, you don't do something like that to a child. I mean, if a child gives you a rock, you go on as if it's the best present ever, although you think to yourself, what the hell? What does this child think I'm going to do with this? You just act for the child's sake. You never intentionally hurt children. Like, you don't. But anyways, and I went out and I gave my aunt, her sister, her present, and she was so grateful and everything. And then Gruella decided now's the time to tell you what a bad parent your mother is. And I stripped myself completely. 12 years old, and I was like full on, guess I'm going to stab someone today. Not that I would, but I maybe I would have. Not really, but anyway. So and then she decided to tell me what a bad mom my mother is, and she should get another job, a second job to look after me. And I thought to myself, why the hell does my mom need a second job? I mean, we are doing perfectly fine, thank you fucking very much. And secondly, she was in the police force. When you are in the police, well, I don't know if it maybe has changed, but back then, when you're in the police, you're not allowed to have a second job, by the way. Anyways, and then this flippin' bitch went on and on about how she had 3 jobs to take care of her sons and blah blah blah. And I just looked at it and I thought to myself, but did your sons live with you, or did they live with someone else? Because according to my knowledge, you basically didn't raise them. So who's the bad mom now? But I didn't say it. I thought about it and I was just furious. So when my mom got there, I was pissed beyond flipping limits. I mean, a 12-year-old should never even have those feelings inside them. Never. And anyway, so everyone was there. And we waited for my uncle to come. And he also had excuses. Now, this is my father's oldest brother. So he had excuses why they're not going to be there. And I was like, you know what? This family just lies. Like, it's a lie on top of a lie on top of a lie. Like, they were standing freaking sky high in the air on higher than Mount Everest. So, whatever. Anyways, as we went down to go eat, everyone is putting food in the plates, getting ready. And everyone is sitting at table. My mom and I just looked at each other and we're like, there's no space for us at the table. Like, they didn't make space for us to eat with them at the table. None of them. And I was just like, okay, you know what, maybe there was a mistake, whatever. Turned out it wasn't. The people that we went to the night where my grandmother, well, Gruella, said, sorry, she's so fat, blah, blah, blah. There was space for them at the table, but not for my mom and I. Family, flippin' blood. I mean, what the fuck? And mind you, I'm her first grandchild point, and I'm the closest thing to her son that she will ever have. I literally look like my father. I'm just a girly version, a girly version of my dad. And I mean, how do you treat someone like that? And what did the child do to you? Like, fucking psycho. But anyways, also sorry for all the language. Yeah, anyway. So my mom and I sat in a corner where there were chairs left, like super far from where the table was, because there was literally no space for us to even move chairs closer to sit at the table. And my uncle, he was so kind, you know. he unfortunately also passed away. So this is my grandma's sister's husband. So he decided, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna sit with them. So he came and he sat and ate with us. He ate Christmas lunch with us, and he was the only person, the only family member who did that. So yeah, that's another childhood thingy that happened. And those are things that I never forget. And I remember my upcoming birthday after that. She called me, she phoned me freaking 1,000,000 times. And I was like, I do not want to talk to you. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to even know that you're still alive. Like, honestly, just go away. And eventually I answered the phone and I listened to her blabbering, happy birthday, and I put the phone down in her ear. And I didn't feel bad about it. Although I know it's not right for a child to act that way against a grown-up. But you know what? I don't even care if you are family, if you're just someone that I used to know or whatever. If you are so rude and so degrading and just psycho, I will not have respect for you. And I'm sorry. I do have respect for all the people. But if you are going to be like that, I'm sorry, it's a no from me. So anyways, eventually I messaged all of them because all of them are overseas. So I messaged my father's mother, his oldest brother and his youngest brother. And I told them what I think about them and that they are liars and they are basically psychopaths. And I was just done with it. And told them like everything that they did, how badly it actually hurt me. Because, for instance, another stupid thing, she used to send presents from England to South Africa, and then I would have collected it from my cousin or whatever. Then this one time, well, it was the first time, not the one time. There was a balls up, or I don't even know what the excuses were. About the present that I was supposed to get. So I went to go visit my father's oldest brother and his children. So he has a child with the wife, and the wife has a child from a previous relationship. And as I get there and they play with the new toys, and I thought to myself, those were the things that were supposed to come to me. Like, that was the things that she said she bought me. How does this work? Turned out she rather gave them the present and not me. For me, it's not a matter of fact of getting a present or anything. It's a matter of fact, you never make a promise to anyone if you can't keep it. And you also never tell a child, I'm sending you a present, or I'm sending you this and this and this. And they just never get it, but they see the others in the family got it. It's fucked up, to be honest. It's fucked up. So anyway, so that is why up until this day, I can't see positive comments. I literally can't. People can tell me, you can tell me how many times, you know what, Johnny, you are beautiful, or you look so nice today, and I was just think like, yeah, whatever, go tell that to someone who really looks beautiful or whatever. Because I constantly see myself in a negative way. I know that's wrong, and it might not be true, but for me, it's very difficult. I don't even know how to say it, but it's very difficult to understand really what people mean. Are they telling the truth? Are they just trying to be nice? What's going on, you know? It's very difficult for me to get that mindsetting right of seeing myself through positive eyes. I can lose how much weight? I've lost so much weight already, and I still think, yo, she's fat. And the most words that I say to myself when I look in the mirror, I think in my life I've said to myself maybe 15 times, you're beautiful, you look nice today. Other times I just think, you're a fat fuck. Sorry about the language, but that's really the thoughts that goes through my mind. And no matter what you say or how you say it, it's not going to change the way I see myself until I don't even know how I'm going to change it. But that's things that stay in my mind. And I mean, my whole 12 years of schooling was hell. I think I was more absent than I've ever been to school due to the fact that kids were so mean that I was actually scared to go to school. There were days I would rather sit in the bathroom eating lunch than being outside and being alone. Or I would always, like in high school, it's going to sound weird and now people's going to know why. I would always say, no, I have to go to this class during break to catch up work. I never had work to catch up. I never did. I just went there because I was afraid of people's opinions. And I know people are allowed to have your opinion, but an opinion that intentionally hurts someone isn't really an opinion. That's just a fucked up reaction from you. Just saying. So yeah, I've never learned to fit in. I've never learned how to stand out either. I'm just me. I'll say I'm a lone wolf. I have my mom, I have my fiance, and that's who I have. I get bored with people so fast, or not bored, rather irritated, because I've had a lot of friends, female friends, male friends, and everything. But sooner or later, they say something that's so insulting and they don't realize what they say. And when you correct them, they're like, no, you're the crazy one. You're just thinking this and this. And then I'm just like, you know what? I don't even need you in my life. You're just toxic. I don't need you in my life. And I'm also the type of person that's not afraid to cut people off. And it's not because I'm just like, you said one thing and I don't like you. No, it's not necessarily that I don't like you anymore. It's just we are on different levels, and I don't know. I've just always been different, and I guess that's okay. It sucks. I really don't have any friends, which is fine. Some days it gets a bit but then other days I'm like, you know what, I do not have time for the drama. I mean, I'm already like, have a lot of drama going up here. I don't need a lot of drama going here, back and forth. Things like that. So anyway, so that's just a teeny tiny bit of things that happened to me when I was younger. And yeah... That's it. So I really do appreciate all the messages that I get, all the tips, all the nice words. Unfortunately, and that's not a thing with anyone, it's just a problem I have, is I can't accept myself. And I can't, how can I say, I can't see what you guys say I am, the positive things. I can't see when you guys say I'm beautiful. I don't see it. I simply just can't wrap my head around it, and I don't know how to do it, but I will be getting help, things like that. So yeah, but yeah, anyways, I'm sorry this is a super long video, and I'm also sorry for the language used, but thank you for everyone's support and encouragement and all the kind words, everything that I have received. I really appreciate it. And if you see me somewhere in the shops, or I don't even know, in a pub, a club or whatever, and I don't, and I'm in your group or whatever, and I don't talk at all, please don't ever think it's because I don't like you. If I don't like you, you will know I don't like you. Like, I'll basically tell you it, but not in a rude way, just in a way from, you know what, we don't vibe, so you go there, I'll go here, whatever. But just to say, I am not in a happy place. I'm as dark as my clothes. Black for the win. I'm joking. But if you see me wherever and I'm just not in a happy mood like I sometimes are, just don't feel offensive or whatever, offended by it. It's nothing to do with the people I'm with. It's nothing to do with the place I am at or whatever. It's just I'm going through things. Okay. But anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Have a super blessed Sunday evening and an amazing week. And yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. Bye.